Dave.
Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Nora Christine, and I'm holding it down for Gray Mars.
My name is Ken Billions. What's goody?
85 Slim.
It's Mia here.
I'm Doc.
In heaven.
And guys, we changed the intro. Let me put the intro meaning to bed once and for all. There were some complaints from internally, and I'm going to address it tonight. Now, people, the theme this year is who's a Fed? What's a Fed? We're none of us are feds, let's put that out here. But we have a mission to save America. And every time we vote, you are using your right to save America. So everybody here are superheroes. We did the superhero last season. Now we're in our spy because we're undercover trying to change and fix America. If anyone has questions, please hit me up. Let me know in the comments and I can answer them. But we are not feds. Let me make that clear. We are here to save America. So we're going to talk about how America is being saved. Last night we voted, which is our constitutional right. Many countries don't have free and fair elections, but I think democracy spoke last night. No matter how you feel about the election, people elected, and it was definitely the beginning of a blue wave. Ken, I'm going to let you start. What do you think about the results from the election last night?
I love it. I love disruption. It's the same disruption when Trump got elected. It was like a shot to the establishment. Mondani is a shot to the establishment. But what the interesting thing is to see people come out and like defend billionaires though, right? Like anybody that's trying to help the poor, free buses, let's figure it out. We got money for other bullshit. So if we can give poor people just a breather and something, you don't got to pay for a bus, dog. We can figure that out. But I'm with the dismantling of any kind of systems and establishments. They don't work. Let's try something new. Hopefully he doesn't get bought out, and hopefully he can he can finish and ride this thing out with integrity. But the people are spoken. I think you see a shift in the country.
And I said that to someone. I said democracy is working, whether you like the results or not. I am happy to see that democracy works last night, whether I agreed with why they voted or not. But let's play this clip of Mandani. He said some pretty strong things last night.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants.
Slim, I'm going to let you go next, as you are probably the most MAGA person on the panel tonight. What do you think about your city of New York and who they voted for? What's your reaction to the results?
The hell with my city.
Of course.
At the end of the day, I don't believe nothing the Democrats tell you, and that's just the history of the Democrats. That's a clout chasing move. The Donald Trumps of the city, like that's all clout chasing. That's all manipulation at its finest. At the end of the day, we will see. The only politician that I know of that did exactly what he was going to say is Donald Trump. So at the end of the day, we will see. It's all smoke and mirrors until the results.
Oh, I see y'all in the chat. We don't want you escaping to Florida. Please don't come here. Florida is full. Let's see this clip. Van Jones is touring. He said he said there's buyer's remorse. Let's see what he's talking about.
Buyer's remorse from independents. Independents gave Donald Trump a shot. Buyer's remorse. The Latin community gave him a shot. You see buyer's remorse. Black men gave Trump a shot. They've come back home. Buyer's remorse. Why? Because people are sick of the status quo. That's why they voted for Trump the first time. That's why they voted him out the second time. That's why they voted him back in. People want change. And Donald Trump said he was going to do something about grocery prices. He's done everything, but he's putting in gold toilets in the White House. He's tearing up. He's gallivanting around the world. And you're seeing buyer's remorse. in places where Republicans had some hope. This thing is starting to settle out now. This is about basic needs that people have and basic rights people expect. That's what seems to be under fire from this administration. And if they think they can spin and talk and spin and talk and nobody's going to notice that, they just got proven wrong tonight.
Mia, do you have buyer's remorse?
No. No. I definitely don't have buyer's remorse, but I will say that I don't think Zoran Mondani is really going to do anything, to be honest. Kathy Hochul already said they're not raising taxes in the capital for New York. And he already took meetings with the billionaire class already because they knew he was going to win probably a few months in advance. He's already been meeting with the billionaires. So, I mean, people elected him for this change that probably isn't going to happen because the mathematical equation is 50% of all the personal income tax paid in New York City is paid by the 1%. I repeat, 50% of the personal income tax in New York City is paid by one group of people, which means if you make that one group of people angry and they move out, all those promises and all those taxes have to come from somewhere. So now it's going to come from everybody else. So, I mean, I don't think Mondami is going to make a lot of waves because physically and fiscally he can't, because if he upsets the status quo too much and they decide to leave, because these are the people that can afford to leave. You know, these are the people that can afford to move out of the county. They can go to Connecticut and just ferry in if they want. So I think he's going to be a lot more disappointing than people think.
Yeah. Well, this is one group that supported him, which surprised everyone. I'm going to let Heaven react to this one. Let's watch this clip. This is Sneeko talking to the group that supports him.
Yeah, Sneeko, yes. How you doing, man? Shalom. How are you, Rabbi?
Good.
Good to see you. What do you think about the results of the election?
I think the hate that we witness is unbelievable.
Yes.
It's a tap on the genocide of 2 years. We witnessed this hate towards a pro-Palestine mayor now is unbelievable.
Yes.
So we are here to say that the whole propaganda of Zionism is now in danger.
It is.
They told the Jews will be in danger.
Right.
We will run. We see Jews running out from the city.
Right.
This is totally wrong. Because the Zionist propaganda is in danger because they want Jews to think
they're panicking right now. The Zionists are panicking.
Yeah, they think when we have a Muslim mayor, we'll be in danger.
Right.
So when the world will see Jews living in peace with a Muslim mayor, the same like we lived prior to the movement of Zionism,
exactly.
then the whole world will see that the Zionist movement is
needs
the
to
problem.
be destroyed.
Is the problem.
It is the problem. You see, Trump posted today on Truth Social, any Jewish person that votes for Zohar Mamdani, a proven and professed Jew hater, is a stupid person. What do you think about Trump saying that?
I'm as a Jew, I need to speak with respect to this president, but he need to realize that this propaganda, we need to get rid of this propaganda. It's 77 years of occupation of bloodshed. This have to be stopped. We had a beautiful peace prior to the movement of Zionism. Because I'm loving Jews, I'm here to say that all this hatred, all this against Mamdani is totally false. Because I'm loving Jewish people. Because I'm loving Jewish people, I'm here to say from the river to the sea, Palestine should be free.
Absolutely, man. Thanks a lot.
So Heaven, they say he's a hater for those people, but then you saw the videos when you watched the night I posted a couple weeks ago. There were Jewish people from Mandani, a lot of Jewish people. They weren't necessarily rabbis. They were regular, everyday Jewish New Yorkers supporting him. So which is it? Is he going to propagate Zionism, or do you think he's going to stand true? And, you know, is he a threat to Jewish people in the area? What do you think? Is he playing both sides, basically?
I think that majority of true Jewish people who are not Zionist Jews are done watching this genocide, and we have been protesting it for 2 years, over 2 years now. Jewish Voices for Peace is probably among those groups that voted for Zohar Mamdani. It's not that hard to say, Mom Donnie. There's a whole TikTok song about it, Mom Donnie. It's easy. There's so many other names that we can say. Mom Donnie is not that difficult. Let's not act like it is, okay? It's really not. I don't think that he's going to like Sharia law New York like they're trying to say. They're making it's Zionist propaganda. He was exactly right. And that's what this whole entire thing has been about, is continuing to keep Christian Zionists and Zionists, even Jewish Zionists, from seeing, in America anyways, seeing and losing that support for Israel and the genocide.
Oof. Well,
Holocaust, by definition, hold on, let me rephrase, because Holocaust, I don't know how many burning bodies I've seen, but by definition, that's a Holocaust. Google it. Actually, pull out a dictionary, like the actual hard copy dictionary. Look through it.
Fair enough. I mean, my biggest issue with Ma'am Donnie is he plays both sides. And I do believe he's going to do none of the things he says. So y'all can calm your asses down. I don't think he's going to do anything he says. That's my issue with him. I think he's all fluff and no work. We'll see. But let's see what
I don't think he can. I don't think he'll be able to. There's a lot of things that he's promising that I do not think he'll be able to accomplish. I think there'll be a lot of pushback and there'll be a lot of roadblocks because that's just typical. That's what they do. It doesn't matter either way, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat or a Democratic socialist. They're still on the same wings. There's two birds. I mean, there's two wings to one bird. It's one fascist bird. Either way, our money is getting funneled to Israel to pay for Israeli healthcare and Israelis to have free education. And
but he has
nothing to get free
he's
food.
Not going to be able to affect that as the mayor of
New York. No, of course not. That's why I'm like, why are we so worried about the mayor of New York? Why is it such a big deal? It's a mayoral race. Why is it like?
Well, I think the big deal is this is the biggest country in America. This is like the largest city in America, number one. Number two, if he's able to successfully do these socialist things, then the Republicans should be scared. Do you get what I'm saying? He's going to upset the establishment, but he ain't going to do it. He's a millionaire. But anyways, let me play this clip and I'm going to get Doc in there. This is another millionaire PPD, what he had to say about who's moving to New York City.
Now that Mamdani won New York City mayoral race, here's a question I got for you. Who do you think's moving to New York City? Who's actually moving? Not forget about the people that are moving out. 756,000 families are definitely thinking about moving out of New York City. No. Who's moving to New York City? You may say nobody. You're wrong. A lot of people will. But you know what type of people? Let's go through it together. You think job creators are moving to New York City? Probably not. You think investors are moving to New York City? Probably not. You think families who want safety for their kids and the criminals to be kept into prison are going to be going to New York City? No. You think people that are pro Second Amendment, safety, low taxes are going to be moving to New York City? No. But who will be moving to New York City? If you're a criminal, it's a great time to move to New York City. Think about it. He wants to let people out of prison. Guess what? I'm not telling you to move there, but it's a great policy. If you're somebody that doesn't want to work at all and you just want entitlement programs, this is a massive opportunity to move to New York City. Massive opportunity to move to New York City. If you're an illegal immigrant, are you kidding me? Like this is heaven for you. He will protect you. Move to New York City. He will protect you. He's for you. So I think New York City is about to have a net migration increase, not decrease. Everyone's thinking they're going to lose people. They're not going to lose people. It's about to increase. Let me tell you what type of people are going to move there. All of those people we just talked about. FYI, I'm Armenian and Assyrian. You know when Armenians left Iran or Lebanon or Armenia, where they moved to? Glendale. And we all moved because we felt safer there. You know what type of people are going to move to New York City? People who are democratic socialists, people who are Muslims. I would feel safe there if he's the mayor. And people who are wanting entitlement programs. This guy's been raised by rich.
He's a millionaire. This is PPD. He charges, what is it, like $2,000-$3,000 an hour to talk to him for 15 minutes. Doc, what do you think about that video? Do you think a lot of these people that he talks about will move to New York? What do you think?
I think he's an idiot and he's lost touch. I think he has no clue about the demographic of the people who live in New York City. All those people live there. Like the criminals, the immigrants, all those people live in New York City. All those people he's naming. New York City is the biggest melting pot in this country. All of those people live in New York City. There ain't a whole lot of space for no new ones to come and move and set up shop. And New Yorkers are like some of the most proud like people. Like if you think that the mayor changing will get New Yorkers to leave and move, they love New York. Slim got on a New York hat right now and he live in Florida. Look at Slim love New York. He can't even fight it when he want to fight it. He said his city is under destruction and he got the New York hat on.
That's because Slim's loyal. That's why. Slim
get on here every week. Slim got a New York hat in every color, every shape, every design. Because Slim New York to the soil.
Man, he got the G-Unit tank top on. He got the G-Unit tank top on.
Man. New Yorkers don't care. New York, all those people live in New York. He's thinking all of these people are leaving and stuff. They're going to do what New Yorkers do. They're going to be loud, curse, and be upset. And they're going to keep moving on and keep doing the same hustles they was doing and keep getting their same bag the same way they was getting it. He's out of touch. He thinks it's going to be this big influx and migration. He sounds crazy. New Yorkers ain't going nowhere. You think somebody who lives in Bed-Stuy, his daddy live in Bed-Stuy, own his brownstone in Bed-Stuy, is leaving so you could come and get his brownstone? Never.
Well, there's a waiting list now, supposedly, of people wanting to move here to Florida. Like that's allegedly the realtors in certain areas, especially the higher end in Boca and places like that. They are excited about the people that are coming here, and they're already getting phone calls to come here.
But what is that like? Like less than 1% of people who can afford to move to Boca?
Well, that's the top 1% in New York, though.
They're not.
Who pays the taxes?
You think they're gonna sell their house? Who they gonna sell? Who they gonna sell?
They're just making so much money off our backs right now that they're getting a second place in Boca Raton.
Yeah, because real estate is so high.
Because they are screwing us every which way. They're getting all these tax cuts and everything. Like what?
Who would they sell the property to if they're leaving?
And also the problem is all the focus is on Mamdani, but not the fact that the people voted for him. Listen to the people. What do the people want? Right? We hear all these conversations from the establishment. The people spoke, similar to when Trump won the election, and the Democrats could not understand why Trump won. The Democrats was not focused on what the people were saying. Now, look, the pendulum always swings. Conservatives are not focused on what the people are saying. It's not about him. It's about what the people are saying.
And I find it crazy that conservatives are complaining because they're voicing the same complaints that they just complained about liberals making the beginning of the year about Trump. They have the same story now. They're complaining about a candidate the same way that people complain about their candidate.
But who was the Republican running in the race?
I mean, Trump.
Silva. Hold on. He asked a question. Silva and Cuomo. Cuomo was independent. Silva was the Republican.
Cuomo was Democrat. What was the other guy name?
Silva, the guy with the little beret.
Yeah, Curtis.
Okay. Yeah.
The dude that was shot by the mafia people, right? That dude. That's all I know about him. Is that he's like 50 Cent. He said like 9 bullets.
See,
that's who y'all put out there, Slim.
Right
y'all
there.
put out
don't even know.
I'm a real New Yorker. I got shot, kid. I got shot.
He is. I trust him. If he told me that if he told me there was a good place to eat around the corner 2 blocks, I believe him. I would go. I'd be like, I believe him. Because he is a real New Yorker. Out of everybody on that stage, he was like the only actual legitimate New Yorker. I mean, if you looked at the 3 people, obviously Zoran was going to win. He was the only one that could articulate a complete sentence and have it actually work. He was going to win anyways, regardless. But Curtis should be an honorable mention. He should be like the master of attractions or something. I don't know. I love that man. I think he's fantastic. He's just so New York and he's so hilarious to listen to speak.
That's my point. Running against Cuomo, you really can't lose.
But if you look at the clips of the other guys, they spent most of their time attacking him and less of what they would do for the people of New York. Most of their points were what he would do or what they don't like he would do, or they didn't have any like substantial change that they were going to put in place. They just didn't agree with him.
The Democrats lost the election. I mean, besides the fact that it was rigged, they still had a terrible campaign. But
a lot of conservatives have been speaking out. I'm about to play this guy. He's one of the biggest ones. And he says the reason why he thinks that Republicans lost last night is because of racism and discrimination on the right. Let's play.
Lost Virginia, New Jersey, and Zohran Mamdani is the new mayor of New York City. Republicans, white boy summer is over and a cold winter is here. And the reason that I'm saying this is this. Now, there's been this concentrated effort over the past 10 months that I have seen where a lot of people in the Republican Party and in the conversation on X and all of this stuff have kind of tried to retcon Trump's and the Republicans' win. And they've kind of tried to ignore and erase that new coalition that brought Trump into power. These blacks, these gays, these Jews, these Asians, these Latinos, all of these non-traditional conservatives that came in. I think that they've been allowed to kind of like operate under the delusion that this was like white men saved Western civilization and we showed up and we did it and now we're going to run DC and it doesn't matter what anybody else says because if you're black in DC, if you're a black Republican, then you're DEI. We don't need you. We don't need all these gays. In fact, the gays that are working in DC don't even show up to an event that's for you, okay? Because you should feel lucky that you're in the administration. Like, we have seen all of this stuff over the past 10 months, and it just does not jibe with the reality of the situation. Because the reality is this. If this straight white Christian man stuff that's going on X, if that was really the leadership of the Republican Party, and that was really who was coming out to save the party, then they would have showed up in New Jersey to vote. They would have showed up in Virginia to vote. They would have showed up in New York to vote for Curtis Sliwa. But they did not do that. And so that leads me to believe that all of that stuff is just a fantasy that lives on X that generally doesn't have a basis in reality.
Oh God, he drives me nuts. Ken, what do you think? He was dropping some jewels. I'm not saying
he was dropping jewels, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't he pull up to an event and he was met with some hostility? That's why he's saying what he's saying, right? Hands and feet was put on him. You know what I'm saying? So again, the people have spoken, and one of the things about conservatism is fear, right? People fear change. You know what I'm saying? It's not, when I hear people talk about conservative principles and ideals, a lot of it is about fear. A lot of it is about, I want this to stay the same. Why? Because I don't want you over here. And because if things change, what happens to me? Right? So that's what we're seeing. We are seeing the landscape of America change, and it's fear. It has nothing to do with nothing righteous. It's people's fear. But he's saying that because hands and feet was put on him when he went to an event. He knows firsthand about what he's talking about.
True. Hey, Slim, so what do you think about that clip as the one really strong Republican on the panel? Do you agree with what he said?
I mean, he was dropping some knowledge, but again, you know, anytime they take it to the race thing, I can't indulge with race, man. I can't. I will never, ever indulge with the race thing. I don't believe in that. Period.
Oof. So he don't believe in it.
You don't believe in the race thing, and I don't want to get on too tough on that because I don't think that's completely what it is. But you don't think Republicans have alienated like the group of people that they allow in?
No.
As a majority, you don't think so?
No.
I agree with Slim. I think it's the far right that you're thinking of, and the far right do not identify as Republicans at this point. Nick
But that's
Fuentes does
mostly
not
what you see
identify
online.
himself as a Republican. I understand the lady that we played last night, Lily Gaddis, she does not identify as a Republican. She's very far right. It's a fringe right.
But then you get the people who do the same thing Slim does. When Slim hears somebody he don't agree with them, or they Democrat. So they're gonna do the same thing to you guys. As soon as you hear somebody and they say something, they're gonna be like, they're Republican.
Like that's my new shit. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Everything dumb is Democrat to me. I don't even say stupid anymore. I just say Democrat. Like that's what it is.